Hi, James fan. What's up? Isman, Be More, Rai, Isaac, Cotton, Carl. What's up, Throwback Baseball? Hi, Carter. Good job, Isaac. Hi, Ben. Hi, Houston. Yeah, there's going to be a season. Looks like it. Hold on, guys. I got to bring this up. My tripod is in my car, so. Hi, Jason. Hi, RJ. Hi, Thomas. What's up, Braden? You had a scrimmage today? Nice. Hello, Philip. Doing all right. I'm feeling a little bit better. Still kind of tired, but hi, Coach Hardman. What's up, Ethan? What's up, Carter? What's going on, Lane? Carlos, Daniel. What's up? What's up, Randy? Hello, Kyle. Yeah, Connor. What's going on? Maxwell. What's up? John S. What's happening, everybody? For me, just been. Yeah, I know, Big Dom. I'm had trouble getting my kids to sleep and had to take a phone call for a little while. So, but I'm here. I made it. My kids are good. They stayed up kind of extra late tonight. All right, Jay. Who will be most affected in free agency? I'd have to look that up off the top of my head. I'm not sure. Still depends how this all goes too. But I mean, ultimately, I think every player is going to be affected in some way. New Hampshire Bobcats. We have played the New Hampshire Bobcats. Yep. I have two kids. Road to 400 will not happen for a long time. I'm sorry to break it to everybody, but um, I know I said this last stream. I think the next 2 months will be an absolute sprint. It'll be a marathon yet a sprint all at the same time, trying to get our Antonelli baseball season started up and completed. So, um, plus, in order to do Road to 400, I need to have a facility. I need to have a gym. I need to have all those things. So on top of time, I need all that. And in the great state of Massachusetts, um, right now, we're not fully open. And even if we were, to be completely honest, there's no way I'm going to a gym to work out on equipment that other people are working out on right now. I have to stay 100% healthy so that I keep all of our players healthy, keep my family healthy, and we need to play baseball. So I don't know if players hate playing for the Pirates. I'm sure players are happy to just play in the big leagues, but Amog Prakash. Is this Amog pretending to be someone else? Hold on one second, guys. I have a super chat real quick. Evan Sather? I always say your last name wrong. I don't know how to say your last name. When you were playing in the minor leagues, has it ever felt humiliating to play on any of the theme nights? um, no, I never felt humiliated. I always thought they were funny. I'm just trying to think of the theme nights real quick. I don't remember any theme night that I was like, man, this is embarrassing. Some of them were a little silly, but hello, Glenn. We are not allowed to play games yet in our state. It looks like July 6th will be the first time, but it all depends on how, I guess, things go over the next few weeks. I don't know, Aaron Judge, no. What happened with the vote? The players' union voted no, 33 to 5, I think. So essentially, the MLB is going to just, I think it's going to be 60 games. They're just saying, you know what? Here's the season since we can't come to an agreement. The league's just going to tell the players what the season's going to look like. HBK Styles, thank you so much for the super chat. Will there ever be another 30-game winner? Um, no, there won't be another 30-game winner. I wouldn't think so. Who is the last 30-game winner? Hey, Steve. Rig Sports. I don't think there's Rig Sports. What MLB team do you think is the most underrated, and what team do you think is the most overrated? Oh. Let's see. The underrated overrated questions are always interesting because it depends on who's over and underrating them. And I mean, if you told me who you think your best teams and your worst teams are, I guess then I could say who you are underrating. The Padres underrated. Yeah, the Padres could be really good. I mean, the Padres are still young. They might be a year away. So, like you said, the White Sox underrated. See, I don't know if people are underrating the White Sox. Um, the White Sox made a ton of free agent signings, so I'm expecting the White Sox to be pretty good. I'm expecting the Reds to be pretty good. Someone said Oakland. Oakland historically is probably an underrated team, even though they're really good. Um, so the underrated overrated is very tough because I don't know what everyone thinks. Braves are a great team. I mean, I don't underrate the Braves. I think they're loaded with talent. Laura's still trying to put my daughter to bed. I coach a program called Antonelli Baseball, and well, I guess I own the program. I invented it, and I do coach. I coach all the teams, but yes, I did watch Long Gone Summer. I did. I don't really have a favorite team. I'll say the Red Sox because that was my team growing up that I cheered for, but I don't really cheer for them anymore. Um, but I did when I grew up. Long Gone Summer, I wouldn't say that it sucked. I think people after watching The Last Dance were like all pumped up for this amazing show, and like I thought Long Gone Summer was okay. I didn't think it was great. I didn't turn it off and be like, man, that was fantastic. But I watched it. I was interested. Um, but The Last Dance was amazing. Like when I started watching, the first thing I thought of when I watched Long Gone Summer, I was like, well, this isn't Last Dance. um, but I actually didn't do any research on the Long Gone Summer. I didn't know if it was one episode or if it was 5 or 10. I had no idea. I just put it on. I started watching it, and then as it went, I was like, okay, I got it now. This is just one episode, but the International League is a way better league for players, in my opinion. The PCL was super. The PCL is like the whole country. You know, you might have to fly from Portland, Oregon, where I was, all the way down to New Orleans. The International League is all kind of East Coast, and it's all bus trips, and it's just much easier. The PCL might be the worst travel league in the country. When I started signing with teams, I honestly was like, please let the teams that want me be in the International League and not the PCL. I do. I coach all of our teams, but historically. I've coached our 17U team for the last lot of years. We have played the Northeast Longhorns. Yep. No, I don't think if I had more time in the minors, I'd be more productive. Oh, more playing. I mean, if I wasn't hurt, I would have. But you're asking if I got called up too early. No, that is a myth. Well, maybe not a myth for other people, but for me, it's a myth. Some people are like, you got called up too quickly. It had nothing to do with it. Do I wear my hat over my eyebrows? My hat isn't over my eyebrows. I mean, if I lift it up anymore, this is what I'm gonna look like. So that's where a hat normally goes, but it's not over my eyebrows. Hi, Rob, Sports Talk. From the Seattle area? I don't think so. Laura is putting my daughter to bed. The Reds will be pretty good. They should be. Our team does travel, yep. We don't go out west. We're all East Coast. We go from, I mean, we've been to Florida. Um, Main places are Florida, Georgia, New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts. We did practice. We practiced this past week for the first time. A sneaky team that could get hot, White Sox. I think the White Sox definitely could, but I don't think that would be very sneaky. Um, I mean, I'm expecting, like I said, I'm expecting them to be pretty good. Anyone can get hot for 60 games, except for maybe the Orioles, maybe the Pirates. um, I'm not being mean. I don't think they're ready yet. You know, they're kind of in a rebuild. I've been to the Astros spring training complex in Florida, but I haven't been there in a couple of years. Yeah, sure, the Cubs. Thoughts on the Giants' future? I'm not sure. They're a great organization. I'm sure they'll be fine. But what's happened? CSU grad 2005. Thank you so much for the super chat. Will there be baseball? There will be baseball. It sounds like. Hopefully. Um, it sounds like they're going to play as long as. I mean, I think the only thing that could derail the season at this point is the virus. Hey, Tom McCarthy, thank you so much for the super chat. Hi back to you. Yeah, so I think the virus would be the only thing, right? If we get like some, I mean, I know the numbers are going up. If it continues to go up, if we get the second wave that they talk about in the fall and all that, I mean, that could all really affect the season. If that doesn't if they're able to figure out a way to play with that, then I think they're going to play. We practice in Danvers usually, except right now it's kind of a mess with this whole thing going on. But Acuna's lack of hustle narrative. I don't watch him play every night, so I don't know. I mean, when I watch him play, he looks fine to me. But Matt Chapman or Javi Baez, well, I mean, they play different positions, but they're both great players. Two of the game's best players, so I'll take either one. We're not going to travel to Georgia this year, no. We usually do, but not this year. Yeah, there will be games played in Massachusetts, it looks like. I do still work with Juan Rivera. Jake Heff, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey Matt, did you ever think about your foul balls? Did you think it was cool when fans would try to catch them? Always wanted to ask a major league. Never once. Uh, when I hit the ball into the stands, I don't ever think like who's gonna catch this. I have hit a ball hard into the stands and been like, oh, watch out, like it's gonna hit somebody. But I mean, when I just foul the ball off, I never think like, oh, where's that going or who's gonna catch it or any of that. I did throw one bat into the stands by accident in Eugene, Oregon. Bat slipped out of my hands, flew into the crowd, and I was nervous it was going to hit somebody and hurt them. But other than that, I don't really ever think about it. Do players get pissed at teammates for huge slumps? I don't think so. I've never seen a player yell at another player for not playing well. I started playing baseball when I was probably 5-ish or so in T-ball. Vanderbilt is a machine. I have faced a knuckleballer, two of them in the minor leagues. DeGrom or Cole, I mean, they're both amazing. I'll take either one. Chapman or Baez, I just answered that question, but same thing. Those are it's like you would need a very specific situation for those. Just to say like which guy would you rather have? I don't care. I'll take either one of them. But is it for a game? Is it for an at bat? Is it for the season? I don't know. You'll be fine with either one. Our teams, so we put the dugout. We don't let the kids sit in the dugout now. As much as I say that, kids still try to go get in the dugout, and then I have to yell the whole practice to get out of the dugout because it's been really hot. It's been like 90 degrees, which for us is really hot for this time of year, really for any time of year. So kids want to get shade, so they keep wanting to go in there, and then I got to say, out of the dugout, out of the dugout. RC from the NYC, thank you so much for the super chat. What's up, Mal? Hey, Laura. What's up, chat? Happy belated Father's Day to you and all the dads in the chat. Thank you so much. RC, how old are you, RC? Happy Father's Day to you, too. Never played a progressive field, nope. Belly or bets for the season? Oh man, that's another one. It's like two of the top 5 players in the game. I'll take either one. Matt, check my email. I check my email like 20 times a day. It's probably too much. I should check it less. I make myself too available to people. I'm actually on my email right now. Universal DH, I'm fine with the universal DH. Vladdy Jr. or Bo Bichette? I think Vlad Jr. has a ton of upside as just a huge power hitter. I'm a little nervous that he's going to only be able to play first base. Not nervous, because if he hits a ton of homers, it won't matter. I mean, Bo Bichette, I think, is going to have a long career. He's a middle guy. He's going to hit for a high average, and he's got some pop. Oh, boy. Who would I take? I'm really... the power potential of Guerrero excites me. Now, I didn't watch either of them play enough last year. I really would have to really watch them closer. Let me see my... hold on one second, guys. Where's Bo Bichette on this list? Yeah. So I made a list of like top players under 25, and Bo and Vladdy, I had them like right next to each other. So that's another one of those questions, which is probably just a toss-up. You can peek and see the catcher signs, but in my experience, if the catcher notices you peeking, he's going to tell you to stop peeking. He's going to say it probably a lot more upset than that. And if you keep peeking, he's going to probably give the pitcher the old middle finger sign, which means throw it right in your rib cage, really in your butt. But that's how that usually ends. I missed a super chat. Let's see, guys. I missed a super chat. Super chat. What the? Something's wrong with my thing, guys. I'm trying to see my super chats and only 2 of them are coming up. Hold on, something's up with my chat right now. I will give a hint, though. I will give a tip to some people. If you write the same question 4,000 times, sometimes I just purposely skip over it because I start to get upset. Teddy Halpin, what's going on? Thank you for the super chat again. When should I start the recruiting process? I'll say this: the biggest time for most players is the summer after your junior year of high school. But that doesn't mean you want to start the recruiting process then. You want to create a target list. You want to get a video done. You want to try to do all those things a little bit earlier than that. So I would say I would say when you get into high school, you want to start to kind of get a list together, start to do some research, start to visit some schools. You might still be years away from making a decision, but so you're not rushing or cramming in the last few minutes. A target list is just a list of schools that you're potentially interested in, and that hopefully you can play at. It's sometimes hard to figure out which schools you can play at, but am I allowing our players to choose seeds? Well, I'll allow them to choose seeds until if there's a rule that says no chewing seeds, and then we won't choose seeds. But I'm basically going to follow all the rules. They're pretty detailed with the rules that they gave us. We haven't gotten our game rules yet, but when those rules come out, I'll just follow every single one of them. Yeah, my AA team won the championship, AA championship. All-time lineup. That would take a long time to answer. I made a video on it if you want to check it out. I think it's entitled My All-Time Lineup, my favorite all-time lineup. I missed your super chat as well. Something's wrong with my super chats, guys. Um, they're not coming up when I press this. What is going on? I got to scroll back manually. Here we go. Ben Matello. Thank you so much for the super chat. Will you watch the NHL when it returns? No, I haven't been a big NHL fan. Not to say I don't like the NHL. I mean, I'll watch some playoff games, but it's just I'm a huge football fan. That's number one. Baseball, and then basketball, and then hockey. So, I usually only watch hockey if I'm like watching TV and I just going through the channels and it pops on. But honestly, to be quite honest, I almost never just watch TV. I'm only watching TV if there's something that I'm purposely trying to go watch. Favorite memory of my career? Probably just making my major league debut. I'll probably always think that was the coolest moment. I was in a couple of brawls. I don't know if I call them brawls. They were bench clearing. We were bench clearing stuff. One of them was a brawl. The other one's not really, but I've watched Entourage. Yep. My favorite MLB stadium was Dodger Stadium. I like Paw Patrol. I've seen Paw Patrol a bunch of times. My kids are both kind of now over Paw Patrol, but they were like obsessed for a while. Paul McAnulty, yeah, he's a good guy. I have not been ejected or elected as a coach. Can I send you batting gloves? I wish I could, but I have to be careful with just people ask me stuff all the time, and I always feel like, well, I can't just send out one pair. Then I have to send out 1,000 pairs. Paul, thank you so much for super chat. I would pronounce your name. I'm not sure if Paul Jang-hoon. I'm horrible with names, but thank you so much for the super chat. How do you think of G-Man Choi, first base of race? So I like G-Man Choi, big dude. I like him in my MLB The Show game. Let's see. G-Man Choi. Let's check his stats out. See how he did. 20 years old last year. He, let's see, 261, 363 on base percentage. Pretty good. 459 slugging, 812 OPS. How many homers did he hit? 19 homers and 400 at bats. Pretty solid year right there. I like it. I like G-Man. Hold on, looks like we have another super chat. And it is from, well, it's not coming up again. I see a new, RC from the NYC. Thank you so much for the super chat again, RC. Matt, I think you asked my age. I'm 48, not a dad, but 6-time uncle and 2-time godfather. Awesome. My youngest godson introed me to your channel. Very cool. I like it. More softball videos. Oh, they're coming. I went on a sprint of like 30 straight softball videos for everyone because people kept asking me. But I couldn't keep that pace up once our baseball season started because I just don't have enough time. Was I ranked the top prospect? Yes, I was ranked top 50 prospect in the major leagues. I was number 2 prospect for the Padres behind Chase Headley. Is my baseball team nationally ranked? I don't think so, although I don't really know. Nationally ranked, I mean, I guess Perfect Game does that. A lot of times, though, like those rankings, like Perfect Game will rank you based on how you do in Perfect Game tournaments. So, I don't really put much stock into those. Like, I remember one year they nationally ranked our 15U team, I think it was, and everyone was going bananas and sending me. It was just because we played in one Perfect Game tournament and we made it really far, so we were all of a sudden nationally ranked. I mean, I was like, oh, cool for the kids, but I mean, I don't know, does that really mean anything? Hello, Laura. Hi. I'm sweating like crazy in here.
I don't know why this room gets so hot.
It's so hot.
This is cool. I'm not hot at all.
When you open that door, it felt better, but it is so hot in this room.
It's much hotter in this room. Leave
Like,
the door.
look at me. RP684, thank you so much for the super chat. Favorite dugout snack? And typically in the dugout, I'm always going to have a protein bar.
Didn't Ariel used to leave you something in Yalaka that you liked? She did. Like your favorite snack. What was it?
I don't remember. But I used to always have a protein bar. It depends what team I played for. When I was with the Padres at some levels, we had these Gatorade shakes that were amazing. Chocolate Gatorade shakes. I would bring one into the dugout every game. If I didn't have that, it'd be a protein bar. I usually didn't have a lot. I didn't usually have seeds or gum unless I was on the bench. If I was on the bench, I would, eat seeds and gum and all that stuff. But if I was playing, I never did. I could not play baseball while eating seeds or chewing gum. Oh, a chocolate protein shake. It was amazing by Gatorade. It was like drinking chocolate milk. That's what it was. My thoughts on Laura. Laura from the Rangers. Prospect Laura. Is that what you're talking about? What is going on with my computer? Everything is just messed up right now. My phone's messed up. My computer's messed up. Landon Souza, thank you to my super chat. How would you rate George Springer as a player? I think George Springer's a great player. Now, some people are going to say that there were a lot of trash cans banging when he was up, which is true, there was, but George Springer's a great player. I never dipped as a player, no. NFL Red Zone. I don't have it. I used to have Red Zone. Now I have what is it called? The other NFL thing. Game. No, I have something where I can watch every NFL game, but I just can't watch it live. I can watch it like after a few minutes, or like I think starting at 7 or 8 o'clock. I can watch all the games. Rich Durbano coming in for my daily Apple chat. Yeah, Rich, I'm going to say I really appreciate that $10 super chat. But for you, with the amount of shares you have for Apple, you made a lot of money today, Rich. I made a decent amount, but you made a lot. Today was a good day. I still haven't watched I haven't watched WWDC. I have it on the. I'm gonna watch it probably when I go up to go to bed. I've never had Gatorade dumped on me. I don't think by my teammates. Yeah, so back to George Springer for a minute. George Springer's an amazing player. People are gonna, same with Bregman, same with all these guys. People are gonna say they stink now. They don't stink. It was Springer aided a little bit by that during those years. I'm sure he was, or else he wouldn't have done it. But I think it's overreacting to say that he's not good. I'm not sure if they still make the Gatorade shakes. I haven't checked on them in forever. I used to be a big Madden player, but my video game play has gone downhill since I had kids, except during quarantine because I was able to play a little bit more. Landon Souza, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, just in MLB, I expect to say yes to July 1st. So July 1st, what, spring training will start July 1st? Did I miss any other super chats, guys? Oh, Matt, you should make a video on what if I invested my signing bonus in Apple, would it be worth? I did invest some of my signing bonus into Apple. Not enough. If I had done my whole signing bonus, I don't know where I'd be right now. I'd be on an island somewhere. I'd own the island. So I think core strength is important. I don't personally, you know, I can't say that at our practices or at like my lessons I'm working with the players on core strength. But I think it's definitely important. 357 MAGA. Thank you so much for super chat. Favorite NFL and college football team. Favorite NFL team is the Patriots by far. They're the only team I've ever loved. I've never missed a game. Favorite college football team, I could care less. I watch college football because I like football, but I don't care who wins. We talked about this a few super chats ago, or a few lives ago. I like the favorites. I like dynasties. So when Alabama was awesome, I want Alabama to win. When Clemson was going through their little streak, I wanted Clemson to win. So that's kind of how I roll. Half-bats, I really like the half-bats. Oh, man, I shouldn't answer that, Julian, though, since you wrote it 462 times. But oh, my God, you did write it. Julian, don't do that again. Now I can't answer your next question now. Luis Angel. Thank you so much for the super chat. What's up, Matt? Any chance of you streaming GTA? Also, why not host an MLB tournament to play against you? Winner gets signed rookie baseball bat. So maybe I'll stream that. I don't know. My streaming is definitely going to go way down now because, I did a lot of streaming during the quarantine because I had nothing else to do. I had no work. I had no jobs. My pets' heads are falling off. And so I was doing a lot more now. Like, I am like behind on so much stuff. This week I have to I'm talking like I haven't been working. Yeah, this weekend, if you guys follow me last night, I was at baseball yesterday I was on the field from 9 to 6 without a break, and it was hot. And then I streamed last night, and then I was up today. I basically was talking with colleges and doing recruiting videos and answering emails and putting up YouTube videos and doing that all day today. And then tomorrow's back to a long day of lessons, so. Tadahito Oguchi. I played with Tadahito a little bit. What year did he come in? So we had David Eckstein for a little bit at second base, and we had Tadahito Oguchi. And I kind of was competing with both of them, and I lost to both of them. Anyone remember Oguchi's play? When he made that, was it with the White Sox, I think? He made that unbelievable, slow roller play. It was sick. Anyways, I think I missed the super chat. Hold on one second. Rich Durbano, thank you again for the super chat. Market days like today are like going 4 for 4 with 2 homers and 8 ribbies. Got to savor them. Rich, it might be like going 4 for 4 with 4 homers. Landon Souza, thank you so much for the super chat. Best moment in each Best moment in each of the Patriots 6 Super Bowl victories. Wow, the best moment in each one. Jeez Louise. Well, Vinatieri had about 8 of them. So in the Rams one, the first Rams one, it was I probably the best was just when the ball went through the upright. Man, there was a lot of good moments. But yeah, I think just the final play was the best in that one. Then we had the Panthers. Panthers, well, probably the same thing. I'm thinking of all like freaking kicks through the uprights. Happened over and over again. Eagles was probably Donovan McNabb throwing up, trying to run the 2-minute offense. Falcons game was probably, oh my God, this is going to take a while to do. We can't do Falcons. We have to do Seahawks was definitely Malcolm Butler's interception. Falcons was probably the Julian Edelman catch. Definitely the Julian Edelman catch. And Rams again was probably the Gronkowski. Rams was probably the Gronkowski pass to get us down to like the 1 yard line or so. Those are probably what all. Now, if you want to go the losing games, yes, obviously David Tyree's catch. Even more than David Tyree's catch was probably the sack that we had and we let Eli go because they didn't want to rough the passer or whatever. That was horrible. The other Super Bowl, Wes Welker dropping a routine pass that would have probably won the game for us. And then the Mario Manningham catch down the sidelines. Great throw and catch. And then the Eagles game the Eagles Super Bowl that we lost. How the hell? 9 freaking Super Bowls? The Eagles game that we lost. I don't know. There were so many bad moments in that one. It was just every bomb that they were throwing to Alshon Jeffrey or freaking guys just running wild, running up and down the field, nobody around them. It was just an embarrassing display of defense. But, all right, we got a lot of super chats, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me get to these real quick. Matthew Pelevsky. I always say that wrong, Matthew. Thank you so much for Super Chat. Matt, as a former player, would you even take this year's World Series winner seriously with only 50 or 60 games played? Yeah, as a player, I would, because if they're going to give me a World Series ring, then I'm playing to win, baby. So, yeah, I would as a player. If you're going to play, if they're going to keep score, you might as well win. So, yes, I would. CSU grad 2005, thank you so much for the Super Chat. I cried after the Falcons game. I mean, I would have too. That's heartbreaking. I'm gonna be honest. You can ask Laura if she was in here. No matter the score of the Patriots games, I usually always think they're gonna win. I've seen too many wins and too many like improbable, just crazy comebacks and everything. So, I mean, they could be down by 30, and Laura's like, "Why are you watching this? It's over." And I'm like, "It's not over. We're coming back. We're gonna win." But I'm not going to lie, that might have been the first time in my life where I was like, well, back up the truck here, fellas. We ain't winning this one. So that was amazing when they came back and won that. Metal Metallica, 1986. Thank you so much for Super Chat. Just wanted to say, hi, Matt. You rock. Thanks for everything. You rock too, Metal Metallica. Thank you. Matthew Pelevsky. I think I got it right that time. Matt, you don't know football pain. I'm a Browns fan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any football pain, honestly. Like, I say that those losses really hurt, but let's be honest. I'm not like your typical fan. Like the typical fan of a Boston, the typical Boston fan. I don't want to, maybe not typical, but yeah, maybe typical. It's like if the Red Sox don't win a World Series, the Patriots don't win a Super Bowl, the freaking Celtics don't win an NBA championship, or the Bruins don't win a Stanley Cup. Maybe not so much the Bruins, but that might just be because I don't follow enough. they're like, what a disgrace. Like the Patriots could go to the Super Bowl and lose in the last second, then are like, bums, fire them all, get rid of Belichick, Brady's overrated. Like that's how a lot of fans are. I guess I'm not your typical fan, but yeah, when we lost in the Super Bowl, I was like really sad, felt depressed. But I was like, it's an amazing season. We just went to the Super Bowl. How lucky are we to be able to watch a Super Bowl? Like that's awesome. So yeah, long-winded way to say I don't know anything about your pain. I know that it must stink. But hey, they got enough. They're really they're getting the talent together over there in Cleveland. Are they gonna win? I don't know. We'll see. But they've got talent. Yeah, I feel bad for the Falcons fans. Boston is. Ooh, Buffalo. Yeah, I feel you there. Did I like the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl? I actually had picked the 49ers to win. Um, the game actually went very much how I thought it was going to go in my head. Usually I'm pretty good at seeing the game in my head before it happens. I've had really good luck with that in football, and I that's kind of how I anticipated the game to go. And I was sitting there the whole game, just repeatedly saying, "See, I told you this was going to happen. I told you, I told you, I told you, I told you." And then with like 6 minutes to go, my whole freaking, I saw the game for so long and then it just went right down the crapper for the last 6 minutes. And that was my one worry was Superman, uh, Pat Mahomes. Overcame Andy Reid being his coach. See, Andy Reid is a great coach. I know people get upset with his time management or his clock management, but there's no doubt that Andy Reid is an amazing, amazing coach. You don't win that many games by being a crappy coach. He took the Eagles to Super Bowl, took the Chiefs. And listen, winning a Super Bowl is like, I mean, I never played football, but winning a Super Bowl is extremely, extremely hard. So like, you can't judge people just based on Super Bowls, even though Tom Brady has 6 of them, no big deal. But like to be able to consistently win every single year, like that's unbelievable. What Andy Reid, like, what's Andy Reid's career record? Let's look at Andy Reid's career record real quick. Andy Reid record. Like this record's going to be silly, guys. 185, 120, and 1. Unbelievable. Now, the next person's going to say, well, he's got under 500 record in the postseason. Okay, fine. Still unbelievable. Also, how many losses in the postseason have come to the Patriots? Poor guy. Sorry about it. I feel bad for anyone that's been in the National Football League while Belichick's been coaching the Patriots. Landon Souza, thank you so much. Take the '07 Super Bowl win, but take 3 Super Bowl current wins out. You want me to take him out, or are you taking him out for me? I like all the ones we got. DC, you look tired. I am tired. Plus, this white light on my computer always makes me look really tired. It makes my skin, see, it makes my skin look like I haven't slept in like a year and a half, and it makes, it just does. But when I go normal light here, I don't look as tired now, do I? I guess I still maybe do. Let's see. I think I missed another super chat. But thank you so much, DC, for the super chat. Matthew Polevsky. Let's not even talk about 2016 Indians fan here. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough. Um, what do I remember about 2016? I remember. Let's pull it up real quick. Was it Game 5? No, it wasn't Game 5. Man, it's so crazy. These games feel like they're so freaking long ago. 2016, I guess that was a long time ago, but. Trevor Bauer's bloody finger. The damn drone. I don't hate the New York Giants, no. Mariners in '95. Was that when they won 100 billion games? The players did vote. When I saw, they voted no 33-5, but looks like we're gonna have a season regardless. So I love San Diego. Oh, I still have a man crush in Tom Brady. Oh yeah. Again, I'm not gonna be one of the typical fans. Hopefully, it's not typical, but. I mean, listen. I want Brady to go 0-16 with the Bucks this year if we have football. Like, it's not like I'm gonna keep cheering for him to win. I don't care. But I still love the guy. You know how much excitement he brought me for the last 20 years of my life watching the Patriots win so much. Players to leave the MLBPA. I I don't think so. Did I hit home runs in batting practice? Yeah, I hit a few. I wouldn't try to hit a home run every swing. Um, I would. Hey, Greg Maddox in the house. What's up, Greg? Still upset I got that hit off you, huh? So, what was I just saying? I lost my train of thought. Yeah, Spring Train 2.0 on July 1st. I'm gonna have to make a video on that. Best lift for power gains? I don't know. My workouts usually consisted of like major lifts, like a press, some type of heavy press, a pull up, a row, a squat, a deadlift, and then do whatever the hell else after that. And I got pretty strong doing that. I've never been to the Little League World Series. No, I would like to go one day though. Batting practice homers versus line drives. I think both. Like, you shouldn't be just trying to hit home runs. That would not be a good productive batting practice, in my opinion. But it is fun sometimes to just hit the ball and see how far you can hit it. So I do both. I hit line drives, try to hit the ball where it's pitched. If it's pitched away, try to hit the other way. If it's pitched in, I'll pull it. Um, I got a super chat, guys. Hold on. Peter Starzinski Tech. You added a tech to your name. Thank you so much for the super chat. We're going to have baseball this year, most likely. I hope so, Peter. I hope so. Looks like it. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate it. Matt, can you just say you don't want to be in a video game when you're in the majors? I have no idea how that works. I was never good enough to tell anyone. I mean, I wanted to be in every video game, so I'm not really sure, though. Matthew Palevsky. Thank you for the super chat again, Matthew. Do you think Manfred will be outed as commissioner? Well, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people are mad at him. I think the players want to beat the hell out of him. And there's a lot of stuff. I mean, I don't know if being a commissioner is a lot like being, like an umpire, um, or a referee is like, you did a great job when no one realizes you're even there. Like usually good referees are like, you did a pretty good job when no one, it's, I guess it's almost like an offensive lineman too, right? You did a great job when they don't ever call your name. Maybe that's the same with the commissioner. You do a great job when we don't really have to hear from you a lot. But I feel like all we've done over the last year is hear from the commissioner, whether it was the Astros kind of debacle, whether it was the Red Sox, the Yankees cheating stuff, whether it's this whole thing. So Matt Anderson, I don't believe so. Did I play with Russ Adams? Am I having a mental block? I mean, I know who Russ Adams is. He played at UNC. I remember because I was close to going to UNC, and I remember seeing Russ Adams all over the magazines. But I don't know if I ever played with Russ Adams. How did I hit Matt Cain well? I don't know. I just saw the ball really well against him. Out of those three commissioners, I'm not sure. I honestly, I don't follow. I never follow the commissioners. I never paid attention to what they did. Even when I played in the major leagues, I could have gave two hells who the commissioner was. I never thought about it for 1 second of my life. Matthew Palevsky, thank you so much for super chat. I hope this doesn't turn into a strike after 2021. Um, yeah, the way it's going right now is not going very well because the players and the owners right now are like at each other's throats, and I just think it's going to get ugly. I hope it doesn't. Jeremy Jones, I don't think so. Metal Metallica, 1986. Thank you so much for the super chat. Even though we won the Super Bowl in 2012, I'm still annoyed that Billy Cundiff missed the field goal against the Patriots in 2011 that would have sent the game into overtime. Go Ravens, keep on keeping on, Matt. So 2011 field goal wide right, I think it was. I think it was pushed to the right, kicking from left to right on your television screen, I believe, if I remember that game properly. Um, there were so many great Ravens Patriots games that you sometimes. I'll tell you my two worst memories with the Ravens, since I like talking football. One, playoffs, Ray Rice, first play of the game, touchdown. My TV turned off. I had this like I got this projector, like projecting TV projector, whatever you want to call it. And I remember playoff game starting. I'm freaking amped up, and all of a sudden, Laura, were you at the were you watching the game with me when the projector shut off in the playoffs? Yeah, she was. Freaking Joe Flacco. Yeah, I think that was Joe. Yeah, it had to have been Joe Flacco. Turns around, hands it to Ray Rice, and my TV goes off. Um, and on those projectors, you can't just turn them right back on. You click them on, and it takes an hour and a half. So I'm like, holy God, it's a freaking playoff game just started. So I'm like pressing the thing, turn on, turn on, turn on, and I freaking finally it turns on, and it's 7-0 Ravens, and I'm like, what the hell happened? So then I had to do research, and freaking damn Ray Rice running a touchdown on the first play of the damn game. Oh my God, what a beatdown that game was. That was my terrible memory. Second memory, Ravens Patriots AFC Championship game. I think it was in Foxborough. Laura and I go. We sit in a box with. Well, we sit in a box with Steve Cishek, freaking Wiggy, what's his face? Wiggins, old tight end of the Patriots. My agent got us up into a really nice suite box area. And it was Laura's first ever Patriots game. And it was terrible. Aqib Talib like pulled a hamstring or something. And it was just brutal watching the Ravens frickin' beat us. Frickin', I always say frickin'. When I start getting mad, I say frickin' a lot. Oh, God. But that was terrible. I haven't gone to a game since. Have I gone to a game since then? I told Laura, I said, I'm never taking you to a game again. Never again. First game there, and that happened. Stephen Ridley got decapitated. Was that game? Oh, what a terrible game. Terrible game. I have a picture of myself. Hey, Laura. Do you know what that picture is? Laura took a picture of me that game. So we're up in this beautiful, like, suite. And after the game, after we lost, I just sat there. Everyone left, and I sat in that suite. And I was in utter shock. And I didn't move forever. And Laura, without me knowing, she took a picture of me. And it's just a picture of me by myself, no one around me. The stadium's like empty. And I'm just sitting there like this. Can you find that picture? Oh, Laura has the picture. How did you find it that quick? Oh, man, guys. Hold on, I'll get the super chats in a minute. But Laura's got this picture.
Literally sat there until the stadium was empty.
Yeah, the whole stadium empty, and I wouldn't leave. I was so depressed. I was in shock. Oh, you don't have the picture on you right this second?
It's right here.
Oh, she's going to find it. What happened to my blog? I had a blog when I was playing the major leagues, but then I got rid of it. Like everything else, I got busy. What am I doing? Just staring at an empty field?
Yeah.
It's depressing, guys. How do coaches decide which position players pitch? Yeah, they're usually like, hey, who wants to throw? You got to be careful, though. You don't want a guy going out there hurting their arm. Oh, it's already 10:50. Got it, Laura?
Yeah, 1 second.
Oh, she's got it. I've never played in Cooperstown. I've been there, but I've never played. Bye, Caden. Prime Griffey or Prime Trout? Oh, boy. I mean, I love Prime Griffey, but... Oh, there's a few people still there. Basically, the stadium's empty. I don't know if you guys can see this. They're all going to try to follow you now, Laura. Can you guys see this right here? So there I am, sitting. The stadium's empty. I'm just staring. Lots of popcorn and drink things, but I wouldn't leave. I just sat there and stared out. I don't know what I was thinking. I was visualizing us going to the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl.
My screen's going dark.
Oh, your screen went dark? Oh, it was cold.
It was freezing.
I mean, this is a January game in Massachusetts. So, sad times right there, guys. Only one left in our box, at least. I'm not leaving. I'm usually... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got about that game. I got not a random call. I think, didn't Andrew call? I didn't ask for those. I think Andrew, my agent, just called and said, hey, you want to go to the Patriots Super Bowl? AFC Championship game. I got a couple guys that are going. I was like, yes. So it was fun. Can I answer the super chats? No, never. Not answering the super chats. I'm just kidding. Matthew Palevsky, thank you so much for the super chat. Are you a good cook? Can you ask Laura? Oh, I'm not a good cook at all. I'll tell you and then I'll ask Laura. I know what she's gonna say. The only thing I cook well is pancakes. I do breakfast well. That's it though. I can still ask her if you want. Hey Laura, how am I as a cook? I don't know if you guys can hear her. She said, meh. Do I cook anything well? said pancakes. MJ Kinslow. Thank you so much for the super chat. Did Greg Maddux say hi to you in your debut, and did he say hi to you in your debut? Let me read that again. Did Greg Maddux say hi to you in your debut, and did he say hi to you in your debut? No, he didn't say hi to me in my debut. He didn't say hi to me when I was on his team for a little bit. What hurt more, that loss or losing to Eli twice? Oh, man. I mean, I think I took that loss worse. I always take losses worse when they happen in Foxborough. Because I'm not mentally prepared to lose in Foxborough. Never really anywhere, but to lose in Foxborough, like when the Jets came to Foxborough and knocked the Patriots out of the playoffs, I mean, total depression. Any Foxborough loss, literally. Any Foxborough loss. There's not a lot of them to think of. There's not a lot of them, but they're just, when they happen. There'll be baseball this year, someone just asked. God, what other freaking home losses are there? Oh, freaking the worst home loss of them all was this past freaking year. Was it the Dolphins last game of the year? Was that this year? I don't know. All my years are blending together. Holy shnikes. Oh, you know what happened? Oh, pick 6 to seal it against the Titans. Another horrible loss. But it was this year, right? Dolphins. Patriots lost to the Dolphins, which basically lost us the first round bye. Yes. Okay, that was this year. Jeez, I'm losing my mind. You should have seen my reaction. I can't even do my reaction. You know what I was? I wasn't even mad. I was like, when they say, like, when a parent says, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. That's what I was. I talked to the Patriots like I was the angry, like, disappointed dad. I think I dropped 14 F-bombs on them, but I didn't scream it. I just said it. I called them an effing embarrassment like 15 times. Yes, I was disappointed. Me too. I think I called them an effing embarrassment like 52 times. It was embarrassing. Lose the frickin' Dolphins at home when you got to win to clinch a frickin' bye in the playoffs. The Dolphins. God, that was miserable. Sorry, guys. You guys got me on my football talk now. You know what Laura said? Yep. Laura's down on Tom Brady right now. You know what she said? Laura said she hopes the NFL season gets canceled so Brady can't play this year. That's how mad she is. And I said, no. Like, I need football. But she goes, and then next year he'll be 44. Or I don't know how old he'll be. Will he be 44 the following year? I don't know. She's like, then he'll be 44 after taking a year off of football. Then we'll see. She's not happy with Tom. More Red Dead video game. Dolphins are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook. When the Niners lost, I still can't believe that happened last year. I was pissed. Oh, I talk to my TV all the time, yeah. Well, I'm not talking to the TV. I'm talking to the players. I used to always say it to my dad when he would scream at the guy. I'd always say, Dad, they can't hear you. But now here I am, 20 years later, screaming at the TV. I'm actually going to cut my hair tomorrow. Does Laura know the rules of football? Not really. Hey, Laura, can you come here for a minute? Did you just say the Broncos signed Cam Newton, or they're going to? Oh, let's not even talk about that. If you want to see me pissed, just go back to when the Dolphins ran the trickery for the freaking touchdown down in Miami. When we put Gronkowski out there at the goal line, he looked like I mean, I love Gronk, but that looked like 92-year-old Gronk.
What?
Oh my God. Laura, real quick, Glenn wants to know if you know the rules of football. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I want to see if you know them.
Every time we have to watch a Patriots game, Matt gives me a quiz throughout the game of what's going to happen next. What are the 5
I don't give you a quiz. I just tell you what's going to happen.
No, you quiz me.
Okay.
What are the questions?
How many downs are there in football?
4.
4 or 4?
4.
Okay, 4 downs. Okay. How many yards do you have to get a first down?
10 yards.
10 yards. 10 yards. Let's see. How many points do you get for kicking the ball through the yellow things?
3 points for a field goal.
And how many after you score a touchdown?
6 for a touchdown, 1 for the extra point.
Ooh. And what are those things called you kick them through?
The field goal.
The field goal?
The thing like this?
Yeah. Yeah, what are those called?
I don't know. Do they have a name? Do I know this?
I don't know, do you?
Probably. Give me a hint.
I agree with you, Juan.
What do you agree with?
See you, Metal Metallica. Thanks so much.
What do you agree with Juan about?
Oh, you're talking about the Patriots.
Oh.
I would if I was pissed. I say frickin' a lot. Field goal posts, the uprights. I mean, I was looking for a bunch of different names.
Everything knows they're posts.
Okay, yeah, the goal posts. What are the little orange things called that are like in the end zone? There's these.
That's not a football question.
Yes, it is.
The markers?
Not macas. No, not the macas. They're like these little orange.
Cones?
Not cones. No, they're rectangular in shape. They come up to about right here. They help the officials know if the ball.
It was inbounds or not?
Yeah, in the end zone or not. Yeah. What are those called?
I don't know.
Pylons.
Oh my God! Give me a break.
Well, why give you a break? It's a question. One more question.
Any more brain busters?
One more question. How many yards is the football field?
100 yards.
And how many yards is the end zone? Each one?
10 yards.
10 each?
Yeah.
Wow. And there's these things that run down the middle of the field. They're like these checkered lines. What are those called? In the middle of a field, there's like these little checkered kind of lines where they spot the football from line to line. What are those called?
I don't know what.
Hash marks. She did pretty good.
I did excellent.
She did pretty good.
And I built a motorcycle.
Hash marks, Laura. They're the hash marks.
The back wheels aren't like.
Tom Brady takes a snap at the right hash. The hash marks. Drops back to pass. He throws it 50 yards down the field for a touchdown.
My back wheels aren't lining up.
Laura's building a. Sideline to sideline. How many yards? I actually don't even know that. The precise amount. I'm not sure. Damn. 53-1. I don't even know. Let's look this up. Width of NFL football field. You were close, Juan. 53 1/3 yards. Yep, 53.333. Good job. 53 1/3. I didn't know that. Would have got that wrong. I didn't know that it was a third, or I didn't know it was a decimal. What's better for a kid that has the pitch and catch in the same game? Need that third. Yeah, what did the guy who said, guys, let's make it 53 yards? And somebody said, hold on a second. No. 53 is not going to work. 53 and a third. We need that third. Hey, Juan, I got a question for you. Someone asked, if you're going to pitch and catch in the same game, should you pitch first and then catch, or should you catch first and then pitch? It's an interesting question. Oh, I'm getting tired, guys. It's hard to not spit on a baseball field. That was great playing at Petco Park. Longest win streak? I'm not 100% sure. That'd be a total guess. How many days a week to play long toss? That is true, Juan. He did catch and then close. How many days to play long toss? I think it depends on like how many games you're playing and when your games are and all that. What part of the season you're in. So what's going on with my? Having more issues here with my Gmail. Kyle and Richie, I stopped talking to them. In the off season, yeah, I guess 3 could work. I don't find myself missing playing though when I'm managing. I really like coaching. There are sometimes just I miss the competition a little bit, but Zach Taki or Zach T Kai. Thank you so much for the super chat. Would donate more, but I'm saving up for a new bat. Yes, don't give it to me. Save up for that bat. What kind of bat are you gonna get? Hopefully not like that meta bat. That thing's expensive. Albert will be unanimous first ballot. Yes. Do I see myself coaching in the minors or in the MLB or managing? Is that what you had asked? I've had a couple opportunities that I could have went and done it in the minors, but I chose not to. So I don't know what the future holds, but I was telling Juan I was having some dreams of coaching college baseball. Yeah, that is true. It is probably, Juan was saying that it's tough to answer without knowing a lot more stuff. So, how many calories does a pro eat a day? Probably again depends on the player and stuff. I mean, I bet you I eat probably 5,000 calories a day. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess with the unanimous thing, I guess you never know if someone's going to say no, but I mean, the guy's going to hit. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we're ever going to play baseball again, so maybe he won't. He was on pace to freaking. How many home runs he got right now? He's got. How many is he away? Whoops. Yeah, so he's still 44 away from 700. He's got, I would think, he's going to be his contract's for another few years, so hopefully he can stay healthy, and he wants to keep playing. I'm sure he's going to. I mean, I'm sure he's going to try to play until he gets 700. But how do you not unanimously put a guy that hits 700 plus home runs into the Hall of Fame? I mean, you should be slapped if you don't. Would Greg Maddux still dominate if he was pitching today? Yeah, if he was pitching his prime, sure he would. I mean, the strike zone was a little bit more lenient back then, which probably really helped him out. I mean, I remember watching games with him and Glavine pitching, and they would, Maddox would throw that two-seamer, and it might be like this much off the plate. They call it a strike. It seems like in today's game, the zone has moved. They don't give you as much on the edges anymore. Now the game's kind of pitched up and down in here and not so much like east to west. But you're not a great player and then don't have success in another era, or it's not Maddox ain't even that old. It's not like he's been out of the game that long, but best hitter I ever saw in person was Manny Ramirez. I mean, this season does definitely mess with some of the history books. I mean, everyone's going to be affected. Like Pujols, if we play 60 games, Pujols, he just lost 100 games, which is, depending on how many home runs. I mean, I don't know what he's going to look like this year at 40 years old or whatever, but let's see what he hit last year. As a 39-year-old last year, he hit 23 homers and 400, almost 500 at bats. So, I don't know. What's that going to lose him? It's going to lose him 15 home runs, maybe? It's a lot of home runs when you're getting close to 700. Sean Fenton, thank you so much for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Kershaw now? Dominance. Yeah, so Kershaw for a time was maybe the most dominant pitcher in the league, and he's still really freaking good. There's another freaking. He's not what he was for those few years, but like last year, let's see, 16-5, which I guess doesn't really matter. 303 earned run average. Like his numbers are crazy good, even last year. But if you look back, I mean, if you look into look at his stats in, holy jeez, look at these freaking stats. Like 2012, like 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, holy shnikes. Like you look at those stats, those are silly numbers. So he's still really, really, really good. At one time, he was the best. Do I ever get bored of baseball? Not really. The sport I really don't get bored of is football, though. I watch football from 1 to 10 every Sunday. I could go longer if they kept playing games. I've actually watched more than that because I go 1 to 10, but then more than 10, 11, 11:30, 1 to 11:30. And then after that is over, usually I'll watch some of the other games that I can watch from that, whatever the hell that app is called that I pay for. Babe Ruth, I would say probably is the greatest of all time. I mean, I'm sure you could say that there was another guy or two here and there that were as good as him, maybe better, but maybe not better, but as good as him. NFL actually cares about their fans. I don't know if the NFL. I don't think the MLB doesn't care about their fans. I mean, it's a business. They want as many fans in the park as possible. So, I don't think the NFL is that different than the MLB or the NBA or the NHL. Who does your yard work if you're stuck to the tube all the time? I'm actually not on YouTube very much. I'm actually not on YouTube that much. I mean, I put up a video a day, but the videos only take sometimes 15 minutes to make. Is that what you're talking about as in the tube, as in YouTube, or are you talking about the television? Because I'm never on the TV. Who's going to win the 2020 World Series? I think the two most talented teams are the Yankees and the Dodgers. I was picking the Yankees, and then Severino got hurt. And then I was like, maybe then the Dodgers. I don't know. I would think it's going to be one of those two teams, though. EJ Slem, thank you so much for the super chat. Are you a big Reggie Jackson fan? Not really. I mean, I like Reggie Jackson's swing, but I don't know if you know my Reggie Jackson story. If you haven't, type in to my channel, Reggie Jackson story, and you can listen to it. Sean Fenton, thank you so much again for super chat. How long do you think Manfred will be commissioner? I'm not sure. How long is his, what's his contract look like? How's that work? Rob Manfred contract. 5-year contract extension through 2024. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. So I'm going to assume he's not going to get fired before then. But what do I know? Brian, I'm not sure. I'd have to look into it more. I'm not that... I don't know. Universal DH, well... I mean, the American League teams have known that they're going to have a DH, so they're signing guys knowing what the rule is going to be. NL doesn't have that same rule, so they're constructing their bench a little bit differently. So I would think it would help the AL more than the NL because, again, I would think anytime you know what the rules are and you're able to kind of construct the lineup based on those set of rules, you should be doing a better job of putting your team together. And the NL basically is not, they have not been putting their teams together with those rules in place. Why don't we see any knuckleball pitchers anymore? I don't know. There really hasn't been very many knuckleballers, so I think maybe you just randomly saw them because they just happened to figure it out and were really, really good. And I'm sure there'll be one that comes along at another point in time. I played against Charlie Hager. Did I play with him? I can't remember. I think Wade's doing well. I was never friends with Khalil Green, though. He was with the Padres when I got drafted, and we were in spring training together, but he was not on the team when I got called up. I think Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. Freaking count is at 24. All right, guys. Well, I have a ton of work that I have to do. No, I don't talk to Adrian Gonzalez. I was never really good friends with Adrian. I mean, we played together, but I didn't play with him long enough to become really good friends with him. All of my friends are all out of the league, really. The only ones that aren't out of the league, I'm talking about my close friends. And most of my closest friends were with the Padres because I was with them for 5 years. But Whey LeBlanc's still playing. Other than him, I don't know if any Padres are still playing. We're all done. We're all old. Wade hanging on, though. Left-handed pitcher. He could play until he's 100. That's why I tied my son's right hand behind his back when he was born. I said, you can't have your right hand back until you show me you can throw this ball really hard with your left hand. I'm just kidding, I didn't do that. Luckily, he was a lefty, though. Anyways, everybody, thanks so much for thanks so much for hanging out, everyone. I really appreciate it. Maybe I'll do another one of these lives at some point this week. Got lots of work I have to do. I'm actually gonna go to bed right now so I can wake up early. I got lots of lessons tomorrow, and I got lots of work and all that stuff. So, and I got to go figure out what's going on with baseball. I haven't seen the last hour or so. So, anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching and hanging out. I appreciate it. And we will talk to you guys next time on here. Thanks again.